MDM right now, I call it, it's very commoditized. So the real competition, the real trick is to offer the enterprise customers a lot more than MDM. You know, whether it's the enterprise, you know, mobile platform, whether you build and manage applications, identity management, you know, our BBM, for example, as some messaging layers. These are all important stuff. So yes, the competition is on. Huge amount of market potential, but it's a nice place to compete with.
At the start of last year, this company changed its name from Research in Motion to BlackBerry. Given the strategy that you've put forward, sort of looking back, do you think that's the right name to now be sort of have the corporate name BlackBerry?
It's hard for me to comment on whether that is a good or a bad thing. Not being there and see all the pros and cons. I personally like Research in Motion a lot better. Maybe because I grew up with the pager like most people have, and they had keyboard-based phone. So I don't know whether, but name is interesting. Now this is a joke. Like, I'll share the joke, and this is a joke. I always tell people that if my kid's not doing well in school, I'm thinking of naming him somebody else, right? And if that's the trick, and then make him the #1 student, I'll rename him every day. And until I find the right name. But so naming, you know, we just have to compete and do the right thing. Naming is the naming, whatever. We have a good brand, and we just continue that brand.
So, I mean, in all seriousness,
yeah.
Are you sticking with the BlackBerry corporate
yes.
name?
In all seriousness, I never give another 1 nanosecond thought about changing names.
All right. Something you have given a lot of thought is your future devices, and you've talked recently about the Q20, the keyboard device for the keyboard enthusiasts, which is going to be launched later this year. In terms of the timing, is this something you'd like to have on the market by September, before September?
Oh, I like it to be there yesterday. But I couldn't get there yesterday because I have to making sure that the user interface is one that have some modern technology, as well as letting the our more old user base, like the Bolt 9900 user base, be very comfortable and familiar with. So I'm bridging the two worlds, right? And so that takes a little while. And so it will probably be towards the end of the year, September, October timeframe. And I'm very much looking forward for that device.
One of your best-known users on the planet is President Obama,
yes.
Who, not to say that he wouldn't use, say, an iPhone, he has sort of said publicly for security reasons he can't use an iPhone. Anything you would try to do to sort of, you know, along this process, see if President Obama has any input in what he'd like to see in a Q20, or?
Not on the Q20, but as part of my meeting customers, I have briefed the White House from an IT perspective, the kind of the plan we're going forward, and we spoke to them. It's just a customer outreach, and they were nice enough to share some of their thoughts with me.
What are they interested in?
Well, I probably shouldn't. I mean, that will make national headline news. You know, they gave me some thoughts, and some of the stuff that they like, and some of the stuff that they would like us to work on, and I take it all to heart.
I want to talk a little bit about this T-Mobile story. T-Mobile, they unveiled this trade-in program to trade in BlackBerries for iPhones. They don't tell you guys that they're doing this. You blasted them in a blog, and they backed down a little bit and tweaked this trade-in program. And then in recent days, these reports come in that this trade-in program was very successful for them. Can you weigh in on that?
Yeah, it's a strange situation. First of all, I have not seen the data of what they claim to be successful. Now, I have to just be honest with the fact that I see all data, because I see all the pin lit up. Okay, so it'd be nice to see what that leak memo that T-Mobile has, that there's some facts behind, some numbers behind it. So I don't know whether that's real or not real, but I don't see what the fanfare had really generated. But that's me not seeing it. Okay, that doesn't mean it's right or wrong.